or how did Nancy put it? The things I don't like about the job. But for the past year, I've been serving in the Provost's office and in this capacity as the director of what we're calling the Early Research Initiative. And the point of this project is really to sort of think about creative ways in which we can address time to degree, right, and create different kinds of research opportunities for students. So we've developed 5 different programs that fund students to do archival or field work in the summer. These are highly competitive competitions and open to any doctoral student at the Graduate Center. Last year we gave out 60 of these, so $240,000 total with $64,000 grants. The other, and this is actually my favorite part of this job, is that we're also trying to make networked connections to cultural institutions in the city. So as of this semester, we have a variety of internship programs with the Schomburg Center for Research in Black Culture, the New York Historical Society, the Morgan Library around the corner, the New York Botanical Gardens, which is like the 7th best natural history library in the world, and the Vera Institute for Justice, which is an important public policy institute in the city. These, in each of these, except for the Vera, which is a public policy institute, of the 4 libraries, students are working one-on-one with curators and archivists to take unprocessed collections and make them available to the public. People are writing finding aids, people are discovering dissertation topics. This summer, some lucky student, if they apply for this grant, will be given access to all of the records of the Paris Review, which are currently boxed up in a basement in the Morgan Library. They just got those donated. And no one has ever looked at them, right? So one of our students will be paid in a paid internship this summer working at the Morgan Library. So we're trying, and part of this is because we have a fantastic provost, Louise Linehan, really kind of trying to think about the entirety of the year, right, and how we can fund students for that 12-month period. Your fellowship of $25,000 is really apportioned over 9 months, and I think Ellie talked about finding adjunct work to supplement that income. My job is to make sure that you have other kinds of opportunities other than teaching to supplement your income, particularly in the summer. So I'm happy to talk about any of these possibilities, and thank you all, and I hope to see you in the fall.
I really enjoyed sort of overhearing the buzz of conversation at the lunch and at the coffee, and it was so musical, and I was thinking what a wonderful group of people, and when you get English people together, they really do know how to talk to each other, and it was beautiful to hear. And I want to extend an invitation to all of you to come to all of our events, now and forever. And to, even if you choose another place to attend, let's have a big boo on that. Boo. More? Thank you. For those of you who have offers of admission, we are really proud signatories of the April 15th agreement. That means we will not push you to give an offer before then at 5 p.m. I am Canadian and I will use passive-aggressive rhetoric and various forms of emotional blackmail, but we will not push you to give an offer before then. And if any of your other institutions are doing so, I judge them. Now, if you have a solid offer of admission, it is because we ardently want you to come join us. We can see you here. We feel this is the place for you, and we feel that you would rock our world if you came. But should you decide to accept another offer, thank you. Or if you come to the or if you come to the misbegotten conclusion that this is not the place for you, I would request that you let us know as soon as you possibly can. Sometimes people hold on because they're afraid of hurting my feelings, and I know if you've received some passive-aggressive rhetoric from me, that's easy to believe. But just be honest and tell us as soon as you know if you choose not to come here, because even a day, or even as we get closer to the end, even a few hours can mean a lot to the people on the wait list. So please let us know as soon as possible if you are going to choose to go elsewhere, to let us know, please. For those of you on the wait list, I want to say, first of all, that it seems like we have been in a holding pattern for so long, and it feels like we're so late in the game, and you want this to be over now. And I'm with you on that, but for us, it feels just like we haven't even said hello. It's really, really early in our process, and very little has happened in terms of our actual admissions process. So we've had very few people decline our offer, and we're still waiting to hear back from 16 people with offers. So we're really, really early, and we have a month and 4 days and, about 4 hours. And so we're really, really going to be in a holding pattern for a while. A lot of our most successful and happy current students came from the wait list, and I think if you start, see, and they just throw, hey, let's have the wait list people do this thing. All right, wait list, yeah, and they arc high, and they go on, and they just are really happy. It's hell when you're going through it, but we do expect to make a number of offers from the waitlist. Last year we made 19 offers from the waitlist. The year before, 4 of those offers last year were on April 14th themselves, and 2 were on April 15th. So if you can hang in there, there is a strong possibility. We don't release information about where people stand on the waitlist right now, because right now it's just an empty number. I do not know how many people with offers will decline or when they'll decline. So even though you want some number, I don't have it, but I'll get more and more explicit in April. Around April 3rd or 4th, you can contact me, and if you haven't received an offer, I will tell you exactly where you stand. Finally, if we are not able to make an offer to you, I want to talk about options available to you if you are seeking reapplication. Recently, I ran into a student who was just defending, and she reminded me that she had applied 4 to 5 times to our program. And I was so proud of her, because she has written a brilliant dissertation and is on the job market now. So many of our successful students are reapplicants. It's a very competitive program, but after May 1st, I am really happy to speak to anybody who wants to reapply. I cannot represent the conversations of the program, of the admissions committee, because those are confidential and final, but I can give you a sort of sharp look at your application and mentor you in ways of making it stronger if you want to reapply. So if this is the place for you, there is no end of the line this year. So hang in there, stay the course, and please feel free to be in touch with any questions, big or small. Please let me know if you have not received the Google spreadsheet of current students, because as you can tell from the wonderful panel we had, the best way to know about our program is by those who are studying and thriving in it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And I do want to add to that, that I applied 3 times, and I got in on the 3rd time. And the one difference that made all of the difference in between 2 and 3 was I spoke to Carrie and a few other people from different schools, and I asked them what could make my application stronger. And so I really, really encourage you, if you feel like this is the thing that will make you happy more than anything else, to pursue that, because it's worth pursuing. It's where we find meaning in what we do. So thank you so much to everyone for being here. There will be a lovely reception. Please keep asking questions. You have one more thing?
Yeah, just one more.
Yes, please.
Most of the faculty were at the coffee, but if you were not at the coffee and you are a faculty member, if you could just throw up your hand and just shout your name. And so please, Matt, starting with you, and just your name and field. Mina? Hi, Faisal.
Wayne Kustendown.
All right. Nico.
Nico Israel.
Nico Israel. All right, thank you. Let the rebels begin.
like hearing it.